Yeah, I'd say choose something that makes more money.
My mum hated it because I looked really crazy.
Welcome to the Dutch Trampoline Open podcast, where we talk about our love of our beautiful sport. For this episode, let's welcome Dylan Schmidt and Maddie Davidson from New Zealand.
So first of all, thank you for doing this. Could you maybe introduce yourself?
Cool. Yeah, my name's Dylan Schmidt. I'm a trampolinist from New Zealand. I've been doing trampolining for pretty much my whole life. I think it's about 24 years now. Many years of competing overseas, and I love it, enjoy it. So happy to be here.
My name's Maddie Davidson. I'm also from New Zealand, and I've been doing trampolining for about 20 years as well. So also a long time.
And what was your history? How did you get involved with trampolining?
For me, I had friends that did trampolining, and I would just go to their house and try it as well. My mum hated it because I looked really crazy and out of control. So she put me into classes, and I loved it. Just stuck with it.
How was that for you?
Pretty similar. Yeah, I grew up, until I was about 6 years old in a really, really small town in New Zealand. And my brother and my sister, both older than me, started lessons. And I was a bit of a crazy child at home as well. In New Zealand, having a backyard trampoline is very common. So I would be doing stuff I probably shouldn't be doing. And the same thing. So mum thought we should probably get lessons. So we went and got lessons. And there's a small, a guy just randomly started up a trampoline club in a really small town, which was, I guess, fortunate for us. Something else to do other than rugby or netball. But it's pretty much how I got into it.
So you say trampolining in the backyard is pretty common in New Zealand. It's gotten also pretty common in the Netherlands over the past few years, but it's not it's not a big sport in New Zealand, is it?
No, it's not a massive sport, but it's very common to have one in the backyard. So I think everyone's on a trampoline at some point in their life, but just maybe not to the same degree that we get to in competitive trampoline. Yeah,
I think it's funny though because it's not a big sport, but I think a lot of people do it recreationally or have done it for a couple of years. Not many take it, I guess, to the competitive level, but we always, whenever I bump into someone, they always think they know someone from trampolining. There's always a connection to trampolining. So not a big sport, but I think it's pretty common for people to do it as kids. Yeah.
And how is your successes over the past few years with your World Championship and your medal at the Olympics? Has that done anything for the sport?
I would like to think so, but it's hard. I think over that period where I was successful, we also had, I guess, the world, COVID and all that sort of stuff. So I think maybe it balanced itself out. There wasn't so much growth, but at least I think it helped, I guess, keep the sport going. But I think for most countries anyway, but I think for us it goes in waves where it's quite popular and then it drops off and then it becomes popular again. So I would like to think so, but I'm not sure.
Great. Okay, thank you. So you've also been very successful. You've been to the Olympics. And you also already told me that you liked coaching.
Yes.
Do you have any tips for younger athletes who are dreaming big?
Oh, that's a good question. I think my best tip is to be brave. Don't be afraid of failing or not trying something because you're not going to be good at it. I think that would be my biggest one is, giving things a go, trusting your coaches because they're not going to ask you to do something that you don't know how to do. So that'd be my biggest tip.
Thank you. How about you? Do you have any tips? What would you say to a young guy who's looking up to you and he wants to be like you? You say, don't do it, or what do you say to them?
Yeah, I'd say choose something that makes more money. I think for me, when I look back at maybe anything that I would have done differently or things that I would say to younger athletes would just be to make sure that you enjoy it. Don't take it too seriously. As soon as you start taking it too seriously, I think it becomes, stressful and you expect too much and results don't go your way and then you're unhappy and everything or your happiness becomes based on if I make the final or if I win a medal. So for me, I just really try and enjoy it no matter what. No matter what happens, I have fun. I love training. I love competing. The sport is, it's an enjoyable sport. And as soon as it becomes, I think, like you're worried about what you're going to do or your results, then I think, it's not a good thing. So for me, it's just make sure that no matter what happens, you're just still enjoying it and having fun.
That's a great answer, and I totally agree with you. This sport, the FIG, World Gymnastics now, they try some stuff to make our sport bigger. They recently implemented the new difficulty rules, also, I think, to make it more spectacular, more popular. And when I talk to athletes or coaches all around the world, they always seem to have their own ideas about how to improve the sport for spectators, how to improve the sport for in general. First of all, do you think the sport needs to be different than it is right now, or do you feel like it is what it is and you love it, or do you have any thoughts on that?
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
I think, sometimes change is always like, usually for me, I'm not too sure about change. I think these rules have been good though. I think the difficulty rules have made the sport, has made athletes, there's a lot more opportunity to create different routines. I think it was a little bit maybe stale when everyone was doing pretty similar stuff, or it had been the same for so long, so everyone had figured out like what combination of skills makes the most sense and is going to create the highest score. But I think with the rules now, there's an opportunity for athletes to choose their strength and then figure that out, and it can be quite different to another athlete. So I think these rules are good, but I don't necessarily think the sport needs change. I think we need to market the sport better. It's my opinion. I've always been of the opinion that we don't market the sport well enough. We don't have like a season that is exciting to follow. Like we don't have, like the F1 has, you follow the season because it's exciting and there's a leaderboard and it's quite well done. But I think for us, the world system, the world ranking system doesn't necessarily show who is the best because it's just how many World Cups you can go to. So I think there's definitely room for improvement for the management of the sport.
Think you have anything to add to that?
Anything else, Maddie?
No, I actually do agree with pretty much most of that. I think especially for the girls, the bonus rules for the triples and the twistings have been quite good because I think we're seeing girls.
You were making good use of them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like you said, like Dylan said, it gives more opportunity for you to do something different. And we've been probably a little bit stale for the last couple of cycles. So I think it's cool to see people trying something new.
How do you approach competing? And I mean, mentally, how do you prepare for a competition?
I'll let you go first.
It's something I've done a lot of work around. The mental side of competition was quite hard for me as a junior. So I did a lot of work with a mental skills coach. And for me, a lot of it is meditation, and not in the sense where you're sitting with your eyes closed and holding your hands up, but like really grounding myself, making sure that, slowing that heart rate down and making sure I'm nice and calm and following the same process for every competition, whether it's a domestic one in New Zealand or whether it's the Olympics. I do the same process every competition. It creates that normalcy around competing. So that's my little strategy for competition.
Works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine over the years has I've been good at it and then bad at it at times during whatever parts of my career. I think when I was younger, I was pretty good at it because I didn't think, and I would just go to comp and I would just do it, and there wasn't too much going on upstairs. And then there were times where like maybe I tried to bring in, you get better and you bring in a mental skills coach. And then for me, there was a time I think when I was maybe 14 when I just was really bad because I started overthinking everything, and I was like, I need to think about not thinking, and then it made me. So I've kind of battled over the years with like how I guess approach competitions, and I think I've been some years and I've been better at it than others, and it's a constant like trying to figure it out. But for the most part, when I feel like I'm, competing my best, again, I'm not thinking much. I'm just going with the flow. I don't stress about what time I'm competing. Like people ask me, what time are you on? What group are you in? I'm like, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. I don't like to be too high strung. When I'm calm and relaxed and I'm just enjoying it and just on the floor and just not really thinking too much, I do tend to compete my best. But I do have like a little pre-comp sort of ritual where just to get focused and in the zone, which I just rub my ears, stretch my shoulders, take a deep breath, and then just like basically just tell myself to have fun, see what you can do, and it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Very nice answer. Last thing, what are your expectations of the World Cup in the Netherlands?
I want to win.
And you will want to think, no.
Doesn't need a thing.
Nah, I think for me, I'm just here to enjoy the competition. As I've been saying, it's the first one for the season for us. So we're just looking to I'm looking to put down like some solid routines. Just try and implement what I've been working on and the changes I've been making in training and try and do them in competition, which is always quite challenging. But just enjoy it, and we'll see.
Yeah, mine's pretty similar. It's the first competition of the season, so I try not to have too high of expectations. But I think we've done a lot of work on style and flow, and we'd just like to see that come into competition and see what the judges think as well. Get some good feedback from doing some good routines, hopefully.
Amazing. Come to think of it, you, what is it like to not only train with your partner, but also compete? Because now you compete together.
Yeah, it's
What's
fun.
that like for you?
Yeah, I think we've really enjoyed the mixed synchro.
Yeah.
I miss synchro. Like, I usually try and do synchro historically if I have a partner that's traveling with us. So I do enjoy it. It's good fun. Had some success with a few different male partners. But I think, just for us, we travel so far around the world, and it's just nice to compete again and have another jump. And we've been pretty good, I think. We jump well together. So, we enjoy it.
It's fun. That's the biggest thing, I think. It's synchro is fun. It's good fun. And I don't know if it changes because we're together. Maybe we argue more than we would if we weren't.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
I did the wrong skill.
Oh, yeah.
The wrong skill in our first final in Cottbus, and I was devastated. And Maddie won't let me live it down.
Oh,
so.
that's not true.
Nah, but I was pretty gutted because we probably should have won a medal. And then we came fourth at Worlds by like 0.1. So
We had a couple of close ones.
couple close calls, but
Hopefully this season we'll be able to string it all together.
yeah. But again, it's good fun.
Yeah.